Hi everyone, this is Samangi Varshney. I'm a post-graduation student at CEPT University in Masters in Construction Engineering and Management. Our first semester in studio construction project formulation and appraisal was the feasibility study for the real-life project given to us in studio. For that, we have to study the project and do the analysis if the project is feasible or not. So, our project was slum redevelopment in Ahmedabad. The project brief will help us in understanding more about the project. So, here the location of the project is in Ahmedabad with the plot area of 32,943 square meters. The project cost is 172 CR and it's a brownfield type project in which there are 24 blocks that are going to be constructed on the site with G plus 7 floors. The estimated completion time for the project is 30 months and it's a PPP public private partnership project in which AMC Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation is the client. The project timeline of the project is in 2010. The project was initiated by AMC and the tender release was in 2017. After all the documentation work, the execution started in 2023 and it is said to be completed by 2025. In site layout plan, there are total 24 number of blocks, among which 12 of the blocks are built on expansion joints. The site is accessible with two main entrances connecting with the 9-meter wide main road. Being the PPP project, the contractor will be given the free sale land with approximately 2,250 square meter area, and there are three temples on the site: one an STP plant, one flushing water tank, one domestic water tank, and one fire tank. Coming to the contract assignment, in which we have to come up with a suitable contract for our project. So, the methodology for the same is first the identification of the consultant will be done, then the selection of evaluation criteria, like on what criteria the consultant are going to be selected. Then the preparation of RFP documents, which includes the addition of special conditions and terms of references. Then the contract will be awarded by analyzing all these factors. Three major consultants that have been procured for the project are feasibility consultant, PMC, and the PPP contractor. Then the process for the procurement is first the client will hire the feasibility consultant, then tender committee will sit together that will appoint the PMC, and further PMC will appoint the design and build contractor, and the design consultant will further hire other consultants, and the same with the construction consultant, they will hire subcontractors and the suppliers. Then the scope of work for the feasibility consultant are the site analysis, site survey, environmental impact survey, demand viability, technical viability, financial viability survey, and so on. Then SWOT analysis or from the client side was done to understand more about the need of the contract for the project. Then the strength was the good relations with the stakeholders, and the monthly review was done for the project. Then the weaknesses were firstly the process is informal procurement process, and secondly the evaluation criteria for all the consultant is not taken. Then the opportunities for the projects are the selection of capable consultants can reduce the risk for the project. Second, the efficient way of working can reduce both cost and timing of the project. The threats were the time will be consumed in relocating the slum dwellers, and the second is hiring more than one contractor will create dispute. For the procurement of contractor, the selection of the contractor will be done by three methods, that is selection of tender invitation, selection of contract type, selection of bidding type. In which for our project the tender invitation should be open tender, which offers to have a healthy competition among all the bidders. Then in the second method, the selection of contract type, it includes percentage rate contract, item rate contract, labor rate plus material contract, and PPP contract. For our project, the chosen contract is PPP contract, as the developer will be benefited with the free sale land and will be handled by the developer that is hired by the client. In bidding type, there are two options for single stage and two stage, in which the project comes under two envelope single stage bidding type that will follow the process of opening first envelope having technical details and the second envelope holding financial details of the project. For our project, among three work packages in the feasibility consultant, project management consultant will take over in quality cum cost based selection criteria that includes both technical and financial evaluation. For technical evaluation, for the bidder to become eligible for shortlisting, they must secure at least 70% marks in each section. And for financial evaluation, the financial bid will be opened publicly for those bidders who have qualified the technical bid. The contractor will be given to the lowest bid, and if the bidder withdraws or fails to comply with the requirements, then the second lowest bid will be called for the negotiation. Also, if the first lowest bid agency is having the lowest bid in more than two works or with project cost more than 250 crores, then AMC reserves the right to allot the work to the second lowest at the price of first lowest. For the inference for this project, QCBS is chosen as both financial and technical factors are significant. The scope of work is for the slum redevelopment project, hence the weighting for evaluation is 70-30 for technical and financial. Coming to the design brief, the main aim of the project is to provide livable and affordable housing of G+7 for slum dwellers of Memnagar, Ahmedabad. And as previously mentioned, the client is AMC and the location is in Naranpura. The total built up area of the site is 1,16,143 square meters and the total area is 32,943 square meters. There are going to be 2,016 units for the slum dwellers to reside and 173 shops on the ground floor for the slum dwellers to acquire and work. Then the unit carpet area plan that will include one bedroom, one washroom, one kitchen, one drawing room, and a bathroom. Then some specifications for the project that are mentioned are the landscape in which 250 number of trees are going to be grown on the ground and 1000 number of shrubs, 2500 number of hedge plants and at least one tube well with pump house for irrigation. For the staircase specifications, it is going to be with the polished Kota stone and the railing will be up to 1.15 meters of height. And the solar panels, solar panels will acquire 35% of the slab area and the operation and maintenance for 5 years will come under the developer's scope of work. Then the electrical specifications, one fan point, two light points, and one plug point in each room, providing and fixing of approved mix switchboard. Target value design. The aim of this exercise was to reduce the project cost by doing two processes, D1 and D2. In D1, the client will prepare the brief and will share it to the designer. Then the designer will make the drawings and specifications for the project that will further given to the contractor for execution that will be operated by the facility operator. So the design in the project chosen was an office building, a small meeting space with indoor and outdoor meeting areas is designed that will cater to the problem faced by the slum dwellers. So the client brief was an enclosed office space, multifunctional space that was outdoor meeting area and a storage inside the office and the minimum area should be 20 square meters. Then the designer made the general specification, preparation of drawing, appropriate finishes, ceiling specifications and give the description of fixtures. That was further given to the BIM modular for the 3D. Then all the drawings were given to the contractor for the quantity verification and preparation of BU. After all the construction, the cost was around 5,76,104 and our target cost is to reduce it by at least 10%, that is 5,18,494. Further in D2 process, all of them, client, designer, contractor and facility operator will come together and make changes to cut the cost for the building. And the changes that were made for the building were the removed false ceilings and the flooring was changed from vitrified tiles to the Kota stone. One window was removed and the staircase size was reduced. After all the changes, the cost reduction was 5,512. That was 13.1% of the D1's cost, and our target was to reduce the cost by 10%. So we successfully reduced the cost in D2 process. In CB analysis, we initially identified the design problem, that was water supply pipes. In our slum, usually the condition of the pipes were not good, and the objective of the project is to provide affordable housing to economically weaker sections of the society while maintaining minimum quality standards in all aspects. We identify the alternatives that define the factors from all the sides of the client, the designers, contractor, and the facility operator. Then define the must and want factors and found the attribute of all alternatives. Then led to the evaluation of money. Then we decided the most suitable options as per the need of the project. The alternatives that are chosen are UPVC pipes, GI pipes, and HDPE pipes. The factors that are chosen for the evaluation are shown here, in which scale formation, availability, tensile strength of the pipe, ease installation, and weight of the pipe are the must factors. After all the analysis, the costing and the importance of advantages was seen for three categories. For GI, the costing was 368 rupees, and for UPVC it was 230 rupees, and HDPE it was less, 210 rupees. And the importance of advantage factor for GI was 935, for UPVC it was 115, in HDPE it was 970. After all the analysis, we concluded that for the water supply, UPVC pipe is having 45 score higher than the HDPE pipes and 80 scores higher than the GI pipes. Since both the IOF scores and the market rates are in favor of UPVC pipes, it is best suitable alternative for our slum. From all the exercises, we concluded that the project's feasibility, in which the contract assignment, the main aim for the exercise was to come up with the most preferred procuring strategy, that was QCBS, in which both the financial and the technical factors are significant. The scope of work is for the slum redevelopment project, hence the evaluation was 70-30 for technical and financial. The design brief is being prepared for the specifications and methods that has to be performed in the project. And for this project, being the government project, all the specifications should be followed as mentioned and should be well checked by the contractor before handing over the project. For the TVD, the major reason to perform the exercise was to bring all the consultants together, and it can be concluded that there is a cost decrease of 13.1% of the cost in D1 to D2 design changes. And thus, there are changes in the design to the office building and the reduction in the material from D1 to D2. In CB analysis for the supply pipes, UPVC pipe was having 45 scores higher than the HDPE pipes and 80 scores higher than the GI pipes. The market cost of 50 UPVC pipe is 230 per running meter. 50 for the GI pipes is rupees 368 per running meters, and 50 for HDPE pipe is rupees 210 per running meters. Since both the IOA factors and the market rates are in favor of UPVC pipes, it is the best suitable alternative. Hence, the CBA method was applied to identify the best alternative. The decision is not only based on the cost of the alternative but on the various other factors that are critical while selecting a product and material. Thus, considering all the factors for the feasibility study, it will make the project viable and feasible.